this air conditioner. It works good. That's what it is. This is the one my mom got for her room. This is a 10,000 BTU. You guys can scan this and look it up on the app. And this one goes into the window right here. But this thing pops out when you turn it on. I'll show you in a second. And it comes with a remote control. So I'll show you in a second. This is what it does. I have one in my room. I'll show you in a minute. There it goes. It'll pop out. This is a 10,000 BTU one at Wally World. They're very noisy. And they do come out good. This actually circulates the house. We have a plastic hole between the hallway so to keep the hot air out of the other room. But I have that same one. It's pretty good. You guys can see that. I like when it's noisy. It's pretty good. Too bad I haven't had one of these for my radio room. That'd be cool. I wish I had one of these in my radio room. See that little black thing? Man, maybe Midea will actually let me have one of these to review. If you, the company Midea, send me one of these for free. Let me know in the comments. I like to put one in my C radio room and have this with the plastic thing. I have a window that will go on the side of it. Probably to run an extension cord later on like that. But I'd love to have one of these in my radio room and see if it does cool down or if it will work. But this is pretty good. So far it's good. But they're very kind of noisy. I'll show you my other one in a second I got. It's the same one in my kitchen. I'll pause it. This one here, guys. This is my air conditioner one. You guys can see all that. This is very good. And I got my fan circulating. It actually has, I have a ceiling fan. Up here it circulates this guy. That's why I never put anything. And I have this one right here. It circulates pretty good with this one. Pretty good. Alright. Let me show you this air conditioner. So we turn it on with this remote. This is the one I used, the one I had in the kitchen last year. This is a brand new one. We have at least 4 units in the house. One, my sister has one downstairs. It has an auto kick on this thing. I'll show you in a second. This is the one in my room. One in my room. You guys seen that a while back. Some of my videos. At 75 degrees, it'll kick on. So this thing doesn't have a heater, but you take the filter out of this here. When you pull it on the side and clean it, it's off screen, so it's not cotton. So that's what it does. So it's got all that wind, and usually it'll circulate pretty good. And you can cut it down to 6 or 8. This one, I'm gonna tell you about Midea. I have heard these videos on YouTube. I looked this up a while back from last year. I heard you can actually run these with a solar panel. If you have like a solar system, they will run it with a solar system, and the guy actually has tried it. And mostly don't drill holes on the thing like the one on the porch I have. They said you don't need to drill these. They will circulate the water to keep it going, so you don't need to do that. That'd be cool at night when the hot sun waves. This thing does kick out pretty good. It's an 8,000 BTU. The one with the black we saw is the largest one. I didn't want a large one because it was heavy, but this one's not heavy. The one with the black one you see in the room, you have to change out the water. You have to drain it out once in a while. I drained it out the other day. It didn't put out a lot of water in it, so those black unit you saw with the one, it actually has wheels on it. I'm gonna let you know. It actually has wheels on it, so it can roll around, but you have to pull these 2 plugs out on the big large air conditioner you saw in there in the room. In my mom's room you saw. It used to be my brother's room. My dad's in the other room, and my sister's down below in the basement. She has one of these. We put this in there the other day. It comes with these phones and stuff with it. Had to seal it off the other day. So it's beautiful air conditioner. So it'll cool off a room pretty good size. So this is where my iMac and my phones here at. This is where I spend a lot of times with you guys on OTR when I talk to you guys out there on the chat and 390 Wagmaster. The radio room is still quite cool out there today because my dogs are on the back porch. So if you guys want to donate any radios to the channel, let me know. But this is a good air conditioner. I recommend you guys get one of these at Walmart World, at Walmart's. And it comes with a remote and some batteries. It has energy efficient, but this guy actually ran it on solar panels. You can run this on a solar panel, it'll do fine. And it's got a plug you can plug right down here. It's a pretty nice plug. But this thing does kick out. It comes out really good. It puts out better air. When we put it down to 63 degrees, it'll kick in a few minutes. I'm going to put it down in a second. It's got a remote, and it'll go like that. We'll go back to 75 degrees to kick it off. I ran it at night. It's on the energy saver mode. So you guys can see it. Remote has its thing has energy mode. I'll show you right here. So I want to show this out to remove for Miranda, the 8,000 BTU and the 10,000 BTU version. Miranda, if you hear me out there on YouTube, comment down below and let me know if, where I can get a contact with you. If you let me know if you want to send an air conditioner free from our radio room, let me know. I'll review the air conditioner for you. I'd love to put one in my radio room over by the side where the map is. On the part where my map on the wall is. It's actually a small hole on the side, a window. Mostly you have to put some. I think that actually will work with the black air conditioner I have. I think that will work pretty good in the radio room. I don't know if it will cool it off. It should for a 10,000 BTU. But I'll tell you, the old air conditioner we have outside, you guys don't see it, I'll show you in a minute. So we're going to let you guys go in a minute. So yeah, I'll show you the air conditioner. We can run it once in a while, but we have heater in it. I'll show you how old this thing is. And we replaced the capacitor last year. 2, 3, 4 years ago, I went to an air conditioner place in my local area up the road here, about 12 to 15 miles away, and we put this little silver thing inside of it, and it fixed it. And I'll show you how old this air conditioner. If you guys want to donate an air conditioner to me, maybe Andy wants to do something like that, I mean, get it all installed and be good, but you need like an energy efficient. I'll show you how old this thing. It came with the house. The guy we bought this house from, the original owner removed his new air conditioner and he put the old one back in. I'll show you in a second. So if you guys love the Miranda, just want to show that all you guys out there. And I'll show you the 2 air conditioners I have. Got one right here. And it still kicks in pretty good. So I recommend get one of these window units. So we're going to put it back in there. It is a really good one. I've seen videos of it. And it's a really energy efficient saver. And we put it back to 75 degrees. And I'll tell you guys later. But this remote comes with a battery. The other one, you see in the black one in the room, you saw the big black air conditioner unit. And actually you can use Bluetooth, you can use an Android app and all the ISO app for Apple and stuff. You can program stuff. It's a very noisy machine. This is a less noisy thing outside. My mom doesn't like the noise of the black one. But the black one's pretty good. It puts out pretty good. And it actually gets out really cold. But in this one, it puts out really good in this room. This is the same one I had in my kitchen for almost a year. And it does pretty good. I usually try to cool off, but because this house is all bricks, because it heats up during the day. When I'm outside, it's cooler. That's what it is. It's a good air conditioning unit, so I'm going to catch you guys later. I'll show you the old air conditioning unit I have outside of the house. You guys will see it. Hey guys, there we go. So that's the air conditioner my sister has right there. This is the old air conditioning unit you guys see. Look how look at this is. That's the one with the house. This one we had it ran a few days ago. It's still okay, but it still puts out less air. Look how old this guy is. I'll show you the name of it. If you guys recognize this name, it's not starts with R, it starts Payne. That's how old this system is. That came with the house. I'll show you guys in a minute what it looks like. Being air conditioning experts out there, yeah. This is actually the fan. I have replaced fans before. I had a neighbor help me out and I had to do it with him back in Utah. We had a larger AC unit. Almost has the size of a minivan almost. And actually cooled my whole entire house down, no problem. So that's our central area unit that runs it. That came with the house. And I'll show you the specs of it on the side. If you guys want to see the specs, you can pause this and read it on your channel, on my channel here. So you guys look that model number up, let me know what that is. Maybe you guys make some aftermarket parts for this, make it all energy efficient. Maybe that will be good. So we just show you what it is. Do you know how old this air conditioner is? Let me know. It could be from the 1980s, I'm guessing. Probably early 90s. Or it could go, yeah, probably I'm looking at, this house was built in 1972. It was like around the 72 era. This is probably from like the 80s or 90s. This guy put the old air conditioner back in the system. He had one of these new air conditioners that ran, but the vents are kind of small in the system, but it's good. But that's what kept my dad cool all last summer. And that's what I'm saying. The only thing we replaced the Freon back 4 or 5 years ago. That's what they are. Show you guys what it looks like. so you guys can see what it goes to. We have one of the fuse boxes. Yeah, you guys see that? It actually goes. There's your electronic pipe. I don't want to show any power meters. I don't want to get that location on that. And this is the air conditioning goes right into the house. I'll show you the gas heater here. This is the gas heater. You guys see this? See any information on that system? Nope. And I'm going to show you that's what it is. That's the gas heater right there. You guys see it? And I'll show you in a second before we do anything. That's where our gas heater is. There we go. So I just make sure everything's good. These you can actually, they can be buried in the snow. I have one of those earthquake tools, can actually turn it off right here. I have a tool that will do this. You guys know what that is? I have one of the small tools that can do it. I don't know if you can do that, but that's where you turn off the gas out, or the other one you can do. And usually it's on one of the side things you do. But you probably use a wrench to turn off the gas in case an earthquake happens. Now I have an earthquake tool actually will turn these off. I bought one back in Utah for this, for my gas heater. It's the same exact thing as this one, almost very close to it. Because the ones in Utah, you've seen that. You guys can see what it is. That's our gas heat and our gas stove that goes everything. So here's our air conditioning thing. That's what they look like. The one I have in my window. That's exactly what this is. That's the one I have in my kitchen and the window. You guys see what it is. Very small energy efficient, but it puts out really good. So I just want to show you that. So I'll pause this video. Our Mako 5000 is doing beautiful today. I just talked to Rooster last night on this thing. You guys know what that is. Maybe the Smoky Mountain skip trace will give me some help on those air conditioning. They probably do a lot of stuff on that. So there's our beam antenna. She's doing alright. We talked to New Zealand a few nights ago with that thing. That's usually pointing toward Jungle Joe's house right now, 310 degrees. I park it there every time when I shut off the thing. So we're good on that. But when it goes all straight, usually over that direction. I point it that way. But around 290 is right about here. 270 is right about that direction. This does in the summertime. In the fall, all this stuff will die out. And I have an antenna in this tree I have to get work on later on. You guys seen that antenna in this tree I made. And still have it. And I'll show you something really cool. We can get these working for a solar panel. This is my repeater I made a while back. You haven't seen that one. I ain't going to show it right now. I have one in here. It's a fish tank box I put in mostly a lot of tape. It has a lot of stuff in this one. This is the antenna I built a while back. It's the one I made my Dollar Tree type thing. That's a solar panel. It's a repeater inside. It's one of those you know the one I use on my the one for my Alpha Delta I covered up. There's two Bofang walkie-talkies, and they're on one's on the FRS radio frequency, and it's not on. This thing's hard to charge them. Maybe I'll run one of my batteries and try to check it out when I do. So we got to fix this antenna off this tree, so it should be okay. Yeah, we got tree problems here. It's okay, guys. We'll get it fixed in a second. Okay. We'll just straighten this guy out. It'll be alright. There we go. I'll have to trim this later. We'll get that fixed in a minute. But all these trees are growing like crazy. But they do that a lot. We'll trim this tree in a minute. But that'd be okay. But we got this little handle here. So this thing's not going to break. When I fixed this thing, when I did this a while back, when I straightened out, yeah, in the wintertime, these trees were dead. And they're growing pretty alive right now. So you got to be careful with that wasp nest back here. This is a hornet's nest right there. You see those guys there? I've seen one of these hornets came out at one time back last year, every 2 years. But you got to be careful. There's ticks out in these woods out here you can do, and all this grass. They had those Lone Star ticks out here. But this is my heater box. It's pretty good. It's got one of those Bofang in there. It took one of those solar panel type devices I have in there. And it's only doing like 6.6 bolts. And especially it's 12 bolts. So I just want to show you guys out there. And our beam antenna is doing beautiful today. You guys see that. She's rocking. Let's see if we can zoom it back out so you guys can still see it. It's pretty good. And we're under cloudy skies. But I'm telling you like that, our garden's doing a beautiful day. So I'm going to walk over here and show you guys in a second. But we got the greenhouse here. So everything looks good. Let's take a look at it right now. I like to throw little hidden bonus videos inside these things. You never know. I can do show a garden video once in a while. Sometimes you have to do that. And those are peppers, it looks like down there. Those things grew during the snowstorms. Those are a bunch of onions growing. Looks like almost like corn, but it's actually a bunch of onions and garlic. There's your Roman tomato. She's looking okay. Pretty good. But eventually this will be a lot better than the stuff we eat at the store. You guys know that. This is a sweet banana. They're going to take a while to grow, but we need that rain come. Usually water it once in a while. I don't know what these are. I think these are another pepper plants. You guys see? Because my mom's going to do some corn, but my mom's been doing this a lot and I've been helping some of it. And this is actually a lot. These are potatoes. Those are actually potato plants. Yeah, these are actually potatoes growing in the ground because mostly got these potatoes at the store and you can grow them like this. Some are red potatoes, some are golden potatoes. We finally got strawberries, it looks like. These are all potato plants. And I'll show you in a second here. This is some cauliflower. We had the screens on to keep the calipers and bugs out of the stuff. The bugs will eat this. This is actually a nectarine tree we have here. Most of these are cabbages are growing. You guys see it, carrots. Hope this will turn out good soon. Because we put a lot of stuff in soil. Because last year we didn't do it. Show you guys here. That's our tomatoes. You guys see that? Because I hope we don't lose like we did the year before. This is actually a nectarine tree my mom planted back when we first came here. So it's got nectarines on it. They're hard to grow here in Tennessee, but and I'll put a grape plant soon. So this looks like a bunch of other stuff. They're sprouting out. These are another tomato plants here. You guys see that? Pretty good. So we had to show you a little bonus here. Showed the air condition, and we threw something out there to show you here. Maybe Andy will help me out. Give me one of those big large panels or something, or a battery. But maybe we'll try that battery when I ordered it a few days ago. It's a 7-amp battery. It should be able to work for C radios and stuff. So we have all this stuff, and this looks like another cauliflower. I think it's tomatoes. This is actually red acre cabbage. So that's actually what it's called, red acre. This is where you make candy cabbage. And it's really cool. It's like purple stuff. And they're very sweet. My dad used to make it. My mom learned this from my dad, and she taught him all that stuff. Out the garden set. That's where she learned it from. And this is special sprouts. They're going to be good if we want to grow them. So we did, last year we got the soil from last October up the road from here. I got it delivered by a truck. You know that place out by Potter, out by Ace, in my area? That's where we got the soil at. And the guy bought some eggs from us, and he did. He's pretty cool. So I gave him our UDX type C Radio Club out there for the one out to our C Radio Club. I gave that to him a while back. About our site out there, even $3.90, and also my YouTube channel. But this is broccoli here too. You can tell it's growing. I'll put all the stuff so to keep the bugs out. So we should get some rain today. This will help me out, but this is going to help to cut the food bill in half. Because look at the stuff at the store, guys. You see, and I think it should ban bioengineered foods. Okay, I think it should be illegal for bioengineered foods. I don't know if it's true or not, but you guys should go look at the labels. Sometimes you'll read them. We got strawberries growing, and plus this is non-bioengineered food, no GMO and all that stuff. You guys see it. I got these plants a couple of weeks ago, and they're finally starting to grow from all that rain. And they do have something in Dayton, Tennessee once in a while. Hope I go to get a chance to go see it when I get time. They have a strawberry festival in the month of May. I've never been to one of those. I might have to check it out later on, but our strawberries are growing. So these are going to be good. But I hope they get really huge. You guys see it? I wish I had an irrigation system like collect rainwater. That's what I'd like to have, something like that. Then you can water your garden and drink water with it. Maybe send one of those type purified type water systems. You could drink everything you want. But it'd be good. But this is actually, you see another one. That's a Roman tomato right there. You see. This is actually going to be all cucumbers because my mom put this thing. She made this back a few weeks ago. She's been building up slowly. That's a basil. So what you do, you got to plant what you eat and what you like. Don't plant something you don't like. I like zucchinis too. They're good. So this is actually another green peppers. But I hope they do good. I hope we don't get a bad. Last year we had a lot of heat last year. So this should be okay as long as it stays low and everything. And pretty good. These, my mom bought these beds way back then. Back a few months ago before they did all the terrace stuff. And this greenhouse, you see here, it came from all the way from Temu. My mom bought it back several months ago, even the hydroponics. But the hydroponics, they make it in California called Vector, I think it is. And I'll go guys show you in a second. We'll have to get a bin for it later on soon because they were complete failures. But we got one, yeah, my mom's going to replant again before fall for lettuce, before it grows in the fall. So it's too hot. This greenhouse gets 126. We got tomato plants growing, but mom's trying to get a bin for it soon, like a darker color type bin so it does not grow algae. So everything's good. You guys see it here. It's all in there. Let me get in here in a second. So we'll find our way. Because I know the guy in Mexico that was watching this $6.95. But my mom ordered all this from Temu and did it on Afterpay stuff, and some are not. Because I wanted to rely on the garden system. Because you know food prices are going to jack up soon, believe me. Eggs have not come down. We have eggs here. So my mom bought the chickens from last year. Not far from here, about 50 to 60 miles away. Up in the Plateaus, Squatcha Valley. That's where my grandma was born once. What's it reading on this thing? Oh, we got it upside down. There we go. There we go. Now we can see how much temperature is. Make sure you don't see no addresses, anything. Gotta make sure when you do a video, don't put any of your addresses online, okay? We don't want to see that. You guys can duct tape that. We're cool about it. This is the grape my mom got a couple weeks ago. So, no addresses on those boxes. So don't film any addresses. We don't want to see that stuff. Because a lot of bad things can happen to people out in the world. But this is 95 degrees in the greenhouse. Yesterday it was like 126. These tables from mom. That's a table my mom had a while back. And this one's a door. I was going to use this for my radio room. But I had this door. I have two of these doors. But they're very thin. I wish I had one of those tables like this, but in wood. This kind of table I need to look for in wood, like 8 foot long. So the wood actually lasts longer. So here's our hydroponic system. This is our light thing we grow inside. So we have some tomato plants growing right now. These are just failed again. We'll have to put another bin in a few weeks, like a dark type bin. We got tomatoes growing. You guys can see that. And we got that butter crunchless on the far end. So the hydroponics is doing good. And there's water inside this bucket here. They got these pressure type things. That's what they do. They do very quite well. These buckets do better than this. But we got to get this back going again soon. Because it was actually, this thing grew some allergies in a clear type bin. You guys saw that. It was pretty bad. But we need a good, like a big bin that will cycle the water and it'll be fine. But this kind of stuff, we're trying to grow more stuff like this. They taste very good once you eat them. These are all cucumber plants and tomato plants. You could tell that's a cucumber plant growing good. They do very quite good in hydroponics. So it's actually growing here pretty good. So I just want to tell you guys, this is a little solar light my mom had a while back. Everything's a solar on this type of thing here, you guys can see. We had to put this together because this thing survived 50-mile-an-hour winds. That's why we have all these ropes on it. And pretty good. So we're going to go back out here. So we can talk here for a second to see that antenna system. You guys see it there? This is the one's making all that contact all over the world. But I can't find that tool. The one on that part of that side. I'm trying to find the tool for that up there. for those two things you see on the side right there. I'll point it out to you in a second. You see those two little knob things on the side where the rods are? Those two hump things right there on both sides. I'm trying to find one of those hex screw type tools for that. Let me know if anyone's got one of these beam antennas. I know a few have. Let me know what size of hex screw that takes those things off there. I'm not going to take them off, but if I could find it, I email Serial where I could find one of these for that. The other ones is just do X screwdrivers right here. These you don't have to worry about anything. These is just do hex screws in case you might have to replace them or something, or you can get spare parts of these things. But I recommend get the Serial kind of antenna. It's very less room. It's very quite good. She's doing beautiful. Right now we got cloudy skies. We still have that glue on there from months ago. I sealed that thing right there. You guys seen it, what I did on that side right there. So nothing's gonna get into those. Like all the capture's still there. No bird hasn't came back ever since it happened. It only happened one time only when a bird got it. But you guys saw that a while back. That rotor's an RCA rotor. You guys seen what it is. Go look at my previous video on the RCA rotor. And I put plenty of oil in this thing. I have that bearing grease. It's green stuff you get at Wally World. And I took this apart, put it on the sprockets, everything, so it'll last a very long time. And we got that RG213 up there, and running all these rotor cables right here. The rotor cable is the thin wire. The big wire is RG213. You guys see it in the trees, and you guys know what the whole thing you seen a while back. We got the ferrites here. And that's the one with a barrel connector, and it's got the RG213, and RG58 goes into the house. And I use coax seal in the whole system. So the only thing, everything's looking quite good. She's looking great. It's flowing all the way out here in this tree. We don't even see it. You guys see it right there. It's flowing through all that tree. What I did. That's the rotor wire. And that's the RG58 wire right here. So you guys see it's not going to hurt anything. We got to be very careful not to trim these wires when you trim trees. That's the only thing I have to don't do. I'm about to get on the roof and trim those things away from it. And as long as you don't hit anything, collapse them, that's the only thing I'm more concerned about. We got a bird nest up there too. But this keeps the shade on the radio room. You guys see all that stuff where it hooks up there? You guys see it up there? One actually runs to the Alpha Delta. That's an RG213 that goes to the Mako V5000 right down here. You guys see that right there? That goes to the Mako V5000 all the way up here. And this one, the RG58, is connected to the Alpha Delta. It's sealed with coax type sealer. So it's running up to here. You guys see it up here. Give me a great update on that. That one runs to our chicken coop. And you see this right here goes here. The one cuts across, that's the one goes to the beam antenna. The one down below, yeah, the one here goes up to that's the Mako V5000. And the one at the top that runs across here is, yeah, that one runs up to the Mako V5000. The one on the far top, the one on the one with that looks like the bag type thing. That is up there, that's the one, let me see in a second. That is the one on the top here. The lower second one is the one with the beam antenna. The other one's the rotor wire that goes into the house. The one in the middle with the bag thing. The one with the bag thing there, that one's running with the RG58 all the way inside, above the roof, to those things you've seen. That's the serial antenna. The one on the top is the Mako V5000. And it's all down here for the one that runs to Mako V5000. I already got a ground rod for the beam antenna. It's one of those Alpha Delta ones you've seen a while back. And that's what's running. I usually leave the antennas disconnected during thunderstorms. So we still have the ground rod right here. And we got that ladder quite good. And pretty good. So I'm glad you guys came here today. We'll do some more videos soon. So, man, it's all these trees. In the wintertime, it's the best time when you work. All this stuff will be dead down. So I'll probably go over there and trim those trees real soon near the repeater thing and be okay. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for the video out here today. We want to show you the Midea type air conditioning unit today from UDX362. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Waving on back here on Foxton 362. Foxton 362 World Ray on YouTube. And I'll catch you guys later.